With that post I just seen, even with that woman with what's her name, Serene, whatever the hell her name was, the one in Jersey, that woman was so triggered by, and I think I deleted the page, but she was so triggered by my outspoken opinions that just confirms what I know about how people or how most modern day women perceive. I be watching these videos on that too. How modern day women perceive men that's very opinionated on educating themselves to protect themselves from Machiavellian women and narcissistical women, and it's just probably chaotic women in general. The only person that would be mad about that is a person that's chaotic themselves. And it be so fucked up that they mess it up to the point. They mess it up to the point where it's like they'll go out there soul searching for another and create another soul tie by a real narcissistical thug or some shit, you know what I'm saying? It get to the point where not if you want every man like and categorizing every man and throwing everybody in the pack in the same bucket instead of doing their research. They just go out here willy nilly just doing the guerrilla style, looking for love, searching for love, dating for love, and then they building with these people and procreate with these people and reproducing with these people, and now when they come and meet a melanated, high-level thinking, deeper individual, they don't know how to react to that. They look at it as a person being difficult or something. True, though, my baby mother told me about her past with her exes and whatnot, and I ignored the red flags in that. And as soon as my daughter was born, I seen her true intentions. I seen her true colors. I seen her true nature come to the full surface. I even see how she carried herself in public, seeking, say like you're in a public area, right? And if a female don't get the type of attention that she's craving or the type of attention that she think you supposed to give her when she need or when she deserves, she'll go to seek out other attention. It's kind of just like the Amazonian jungle with the male lion and the female lion. You gotta fight for attention spot, and that's what these women will do. They confuse leadership with neglect or being cold, and we think logically like that, but they think emotional against that. And when they think emotional against that, they will be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get some attention over here, see if I can get this other guy attention in the store to make him jealous. And that's how they operate. I realize that.
That is major facts, because when they meet a soulful vibrational men, regardless of any ethnicity, that's like really tapped in with the cosmos of soulful intuitional intelligence, those dark triad women, the first thing they're going to say, like, oh, he's being difficult, because the soulful vibrational guys, they cannot be controlled by a dark triad woman's, conniving games. You feel me? Trust me. I know this, for example. That's the reason why I've been single for a long time. I've been single for a long time because a lot of women I came across were a part of dark triads, right? And they knew I could not be controlled. They knew this. So like me having intuitional intelligence, they want to say I'm being difficult or something like that. So you really hit every point on that, man. Also, the thing is, when it comes to the dark triad, you never know. When it comes to these females, you never know when and how that a lot of those females become a part of dark triads. We don't know if the dark triads is just like a lineage of people from a particular realm of the demon realm that just happens to be birthed. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to dark triads, like the Machiavellians, the reptilian, the energy vampires, the monitoring spirit types, it's like you never know how they came into existence. And like when you come across a female, you would never know, like you would never know if she just joined the dark triad or she was a part of it her whole entire life. If we just observe her nature and interaction, And what's sad to say? We probably might have some female cousins or female aunties that might be a part of dark triads and would never even know. That's the crazy part about it. You know what I'm saying?
I say probably ever since like 2019, that's when I really got on a soul path journey. And even then, 2019 up until 2021, I was still, dealing with a couple females, but I wasn't in a relationship with them because I was still testing and I was still becoming into myself to where I know how these women will operate. But even like 5 years ago, I ain't really knew half the stuff I know now. But I did know more than I did probably like 10 years ago, which is why I moved different with these women. And I think I had a good run. 32, had my first child, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm bugging. 31, had my first child. And it's like, even though it was coerced against me, now I know walking into like my mid 30s, whenever I approach my mid 30s, I'm not gonna let these women play these matrix, Zionist, reptilian, Machiavellian, narcissistical games against my mind now, cause I know I'm educated on them now. Young boy, I say he probably like 22. He ain't on the same level as I was back when I was 22. Back in those days, like 2011, 2012, 13, he ain't on my level when it comes to that. But this dude was like, yo, I bet your fool had his fun back in his day. I was like, yeah, I had my fun, all right, yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, it ain't even about that, bro. You better be aligning with your energy, bro. This little dude be trying to want to catch bodies and shit. Like, bro, it's deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than that. I get it though, because I was young like that one time too. So I get it. But, bro, you gonna have to wake up and smell the coffee. Your resources is gonna be you're gonna be like taken advantage of, and you're gonna get like fucking used. If you don't wake up, you think you're just about to have some fun with some females dipping in their pussy and get, I got what I wanted. Nah, pimp. But he a young grasshopper though, so I guess he'll learn. Bro, if I was still how I was right now, maybe like 10 years ago with the same mindset, me and my baby mama would be actually probably cool. But because I'm not easily manipulated and you can't coerce me, and I'm thinking on a different frequency than she is, and I'm not on her level, which is a good thing I'm not on her level because I'm like the Codex Gigas and she's like a coloring book, if that makes sense. You feel me? They ain't even to degrade her, Iceman. They ain't even to degrade her. That's just me speaking the real reality of what it is.
You know what you just said right there, and that is the reason why a lot of those Machiavellian, dark triad, demon rim women, that's why they gaslight a lot of Leo men. A lot of Leo men get gaslighted for, having intuitional intelligence of leadership to, you know, just lead with soulful vibrational energies and soulful vibrational knowledge. And then Leo men like yourself gets gaslighted by these dark triad women, wherever these dark triad women came from. We don't know what rim that they come from. That's something that has to be studied. And these dark triad videos, man, there will be a dark triad video where they explain where these dark triad women have came from, because it's more dark triad women than it is dark triad men. That's for sure. But man, it's crazy how that be, man. It's crazy how that be. Any woman that gets mad at a soulful vibrational man, just like, wanting to like recharge himself and like gain more intuitional knowledge to make a relationship better. When the soulful vibrational man takes time to himself just so he can make the relationship between himself and the woman much better, and the woman gets triggered, that is a dark triad woman. And that will be a video to talk about for sure. Like that just gave me an idea.
It's like, as a leader of a man, you're supposed to pass this knowledge on. So if I'm passing this knowledge on and you looking at me as if I'm some type of threat, or if I'm some type of I guess with misogynist, they like to throw that word around. You think I'm trying to control you? I'm not necessarily trying to control you. I'm trying to open your eyes to what's really going on out here. and they don't see it that way. They see it like, since they thinking emotionally, they see it as like, well, I'm attacking them. I'm attacking their intelligence. I'm attacking their behavior. I'm attacking to the behavior that they used to. So the next time when I'm in contact with a woman, I'm looking at it as like, they're not looking at it from a logical standpoint. They're looking at it from like, they looking at it from like, if I could put it in like this perspective, it's either a cop about to give them a ticket, or they about to get new entrees on the plate served to them from the waitress at their favorite restaurant. So they looking at it emotionally.
Yeah, that's very factual, because this is one thing that most guys will learn. Most guys will learn when they're like teenagers and like, in their 20s, right? They will learn that like the more bodies that they try to, get from a lot of females, that's going to cause a lot of those females that are part of dark triads to like, use those guys for resources. Because a lot of guys that have a lot of bodies, they told the world themselves, like, yeah, all the bodies of females that I had, all of those females were a part of dark triads, and they were just with me for resources based on the famous people I knew, or just like, high class citizen people I knew in particular sports industries or government industries. That's how sick it is, man. So it's like, shit, I say this to any guy, like, I mean, if you're gonna get it in with a female, you better make sure she's not part of no dark triad. Make sure she's genuinely attracted to you, and she's not like, just attracted to try to like, steal your resources, which can drain your soulful vibrational energy.
It's crazy, man. And back to the zodiac shit though, like you said, an interesting point. I seen something with Nipsey Hussle, and he was a Leo, and he dated Lauren London, and they brought something that came to my attention. Where I'm gonna send you that clip. It's a real short clip when him and Diddy was in the studio, and they was like insinuating that Diddy had something with Cassie behind closed doors with Cassie and Lauren London, which was Nipsey's wife. I don't necessarily know Lauren London's zodiac or Diddy's zodiac or Cassie's zodiac, but I know she has baby fathers with him, which is Nipsey, which is a Leo, and I know she has a baby by Lil Wayne as well. So, and I think Lil Wayne is like a Virgo, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, damn, she's part of the dark triads, and she plays like an innocent girl. I'm talking about Lauren London. This man, with her, she plays. Even that's gotta be studied too. Like girls who play innocent. I'm about to do some research on that too. I gotta do some research on that.
You know what's interesting about Lauren London? She blood sacrificed Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle, he was a Leo. And Sagittarius people, they don't like Leos at all. And Lauren London, she played the dark triad woman to, be everything that Nipsey Hussle likes, just so she can blood sacrifice him. And Lauren London happened to be a Sagittarius. Sagittarius women, they're just caught up. They're naturally connected to Satan. And a lot of the dark triad women will be Sagittarius, Geminis, and Cancers for the top three. You know what I'm saying? Now, Cassie's situation, she's a Virgo, right? Now, the things that happen with her and Diddy, Cassie might be telling the truth. But, like, I'm going to have to observe to see if Cassie really is a Virgo. Because, a lot of these high-class citizen people, like celebrities and presidents, they do lie about their zodiacs just so they can appear to be like, woke people, right? Because being associated with a Virgo, it's like, it's like the divine essence of wokeness, because Virgo is an earth zodiac that's like very grounded and very logical, to have a very, very, very precise approach in life. So we're going to see if Cassie is telling the truth on her end with the situation she had.